Hey, welcome back. In a twist nobody saw coming, we are not starting a video in the middle of the night. It is actually the very early morning, so the sounds you may hear in the background are bird song and not nighttime animal noises. But yeah, so the update with what's happening with my writing is that I have revisions to make. My first reader read another section of the novel and they had small changes and one slightly larger change I need to make to a chapter where I need to extend a scene so it covers something that otherwise would be a plot hole. Yeah, and I'm gonna go back and do it now because I think if I leave it to when I'm finished with the novel, I will get in a situation where I'll forget what I've decided to do. So yeah, that is the plan for today. First starting with the many pages of stuff and then figuring out that scene and then going back and continuing from where I was. In the intermediate time since you last saw me, we have written another 1,000 words, so we're doing well. I did extend my deadline though. It was meant to be the start of November and I realized there was no way I was gonna make that. So yeah, it's now the end of the year, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, a month is not the end of the world. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So yeah, that is the 411 on writing. Let's get into it. The thing about correcting errors is it's such finicky work. Like, I've been going for almost an hour and I'm still not through it all. Like, you have to pay so much attention. It's like more like mentally labor intensive than the actual process of writing the book in the first place. Oh, I'll check in when I get to the end. I still have, let's see, this many pages in the stack. Who knows how many that is? More than an hour of work of put this comma in here and change this word and fix this typo. I know it's important, but like, it's not the part of writing I enjoy. And now I have to change that scene, extend it somehow. I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't know whether I should just have a break. Maybe I should have a break. Maybe I should keep going. Oh, who knows? Today is not a good writing day. Hey, so I'm pretty sure I seemed pretty miserable in the last few clips and I want to apologize for that. Writing is not awful. I'm having a good time. I think it's just, you know, it's hard when you get feedback on something and it's not everything's working 100% great, and you know, there are definite issues that get pointed out and you can tell that those issues are going to require a considerable amount of fixing and legwork to kind of sort out. And when you actually sit down and try to do that work, it's never as bad as it seems when it's hanging over you. So to give you an update, today I worked on the chapter that needed fixing. It ended up only needing another solid paragraph, about 100 words or so, to kind of tie up what was wrong with it, I think. I have to read over it still, but I think I fixed it. You don't really know that until someone else reads it, but I've done my best, and that feels, it feels good to have had a good day working on the novel. And I think I'm going to do some more work tonight because I've got a bit of time now. So welcome back to another pajama writing session. Yeah. What else did I want to say? Can't quite think. I got a really nice review on my first novel today, which felt really nice as well, to have that boost of, someone read it and they really liked it, and that felt really sweet. Because, people can read things and absolutely not vibe with them, but this review was really lovely, so that felt great. And yeah, let's jump into the document and see where I'm at with it. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back to the Scrivener angle of looking at my document. Probably preferable to my face, but anyway. So as you can see, today we have about 1,000 words written so far, and the goal of 64,000. If I get to 64,000, I'm going to bed. We'll see if that happens or not. So the chapter I was working on was chapter 29. 29? 28? No, it wasn't. Okay, must have been earlier than that. Sorry, just figuring it out. Yeah, okay, chapter 26. And it ended up being significantly longer than I planned to make it because of those changes. And then we jumped from chapter 26 to chapter 30. And I've got a little bit of that, which I'm going to start by going over. And then I'm going to keep going with that and keep writing and see if I can finish it. So stay tuned, I guess. Okay, welcome back. So I've been writing for a little while, and I've got about 400 words in, and I've reached another point where I'm like, this is a really good stopping point for this chapter. And I'm kind of torn because it's not as long as I would want it to be, but I think I got into the trap when I was writing some of these chapters of I wanted to reach this word count, and not like looking at the chapter as a whole and trying to like pass, does it have everything it needs? Because sometimes you get there in 1,500 words or 1,000 words and it has everything it needs, and you don't need to put more into it because it feels like, a fully satisfying moment in the story, and then you're ready to move on to the next one and kind of give your reader that breathing room. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I can always come back to it. If I decide later that it needs more. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So maybe I'm moving on to chapter 31 now. I have some of chapter 31 written already, and chapter 31 is also in a state where it's like, I've written one scene and then I'm like, do I put another scene in or do I just make it a short chapter? So many decisions. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I think I'm succumbing to the temptation of ending this writing session here. And I think that will be probably the end of this vlog as well. Yeah, I think sometimes it's really hard to transition between chapters. I don't know whether anyone else finds that, but like you finish a chapter, you think, I did something, tick, and you kind of get that dopamine high, and then it's really hard to go on to another one. Maybe that's a skill I can work on, but that'll have to wait for the next vlog. So if you watch this one, thanks for watching. Links to my writing, my book in the description, and yeah, leave me a comment, tell me what you're thinking. I'll see you next time. Bye.